Spotify announced a bunch of new features this morning at a big press event. Those features include the addition of video, podcasts, and new features for runners. I spoke to Charlie Hellman, VP of Product at Spotify, and he showed off the new app.
We announced 3 big new things today. The first is really a 24/7 experience where we soundtrack whatever you're doing for whoever you are and whatever your tastes are. So we have this new start page where you can channel surf through what we think are the best playlist options or content options for whatever you're up to at that time of the day, whether you're at your office or working out or commuting. And the second big thing that we announced is to underpin that experience and to make that experience as good as possible, we're introducing for the first time new types of content besides music into Spotify. So these are video clips, podcasts, because what we found is that in certain moments of the day, like commuting in a car or wanting to laugh at lunchtime at your desk or commuting on the subway on the way home and wanting to just like kind of veg out and entertain yourself, our users wanted things beyond just music. So they wanted to listen to podcasts and get updated on today's news or just watch funny clips and laugh. And then the third main thing that we announced today was a whole new experience around running. So a full new app basically inside Spotify that syncs the beat of the music to your feet while you run. So it feels like you're dancing while you run. And we've seen that runners have a lot more fun and better performance while running with this.
I thought one of the things that Daniel said that was kind of, Daniel Ek, the CEO of Spotify, said that was kind of interesting was that he really wanted to emphasize this idea that music is still central to the Spotify experience and that he sees this as driving, more listening, not taking away from it or competing with it. I mean, can you talk a little bit more about that idea? I mean, how does that fit into the music experience?
Yeah, so we're music lovers and we're a music company at heart. And so for us, it all comes back to how we can make the best possible music experience for our users every day, no matter what they're doing. It turned out that when we got to know our users and their patterns a little bit better, they really enjoyed commingling music and other types of content throughout their day. And when you think about it, it's pretty natural. I mean, terrestrial radio has been doing this for decades, interweaving news, entertainment, and music all in the same stream. And so we're not only introducing content that is going to inject itself in between music, but also original content around music, like radio shows that we're developing exclusively to talk about music, new music that's coming out, or music that you might like.
So, it was interesting because I think there were some rumors that that was going to be video was going to be added to Spotify. I think at least in my head, it immediately goes to, it's probably like music videos and things like that. It's, as you said, music will be a part of that, but it's not just about music. We have the Stars of Broad City here, which is really exciting. But how do you think about what are the kinds of videos that make sense in Spotify versus the kinds that maybe wouldn't make sense?
Yeah, so for the product experience that we're focused on, which is this 24/7 programming for whatever you're doing, we were really focused on short form video clips that would soundtrack a moment that historically would have been a time wasting moment and instead make it a really fun moment, like commuting, or you have you're sitting in a waiting room waiting to get called in by the doctor or something like that. So we're not really focused on I'm sitting on the couch watching TV. It's not a TV experience. It's programming for whatever you're doing on your phone while you're out and about.
Right. And as you add this new stuff, which is video, but also podcasts and other things, that sort of just slides into the existing kind of pricing model as well in terms of free and premium?
Yeah, so there's going to be no additional costs to our users to experience this content. So all of our free users will have access to all the video clips and podcasts, and our premium users, the price will stay the same in whatever market you're in, and you'll have access to all this new content.
So the last thing I wanted to ask you was on the running side. I know that the team at Spotify has been doing a lot of work with runners to develop these features. Do you feel like you've gotten into better shape in the last few months?
A lot of the folks on the team have gotten into better shape just by testing our new running app. What I would say is that we worked with a lot of sports scientists and specialists about running to understand what's important, and keeping a steady pace by all the experts is a really important component of running well. And so this idea of running to the beat isn't only just about making running more fun and enjoyable. We've also seen runners go 15% further and feel better at the end of their run because it feels like they were dancing the whole time.